Hello! Today there is a demonstration of the new Android installer for HP Touchpad that would allow you to do initial installation of CyanogenMod 7 to your touchpad. I'm sorry about the noise, my roof is being replaced. So here we have a new touchpad. I have already initialized it. What we need to do is we need to have two tools installed beforehand. This is the novacom package from the HP and the installer tool that we are working on. So the installation would be something like following. We plug in this cable into your PC. I'm demonstrating this on the Mac, but Linux and Windows would be pretty similar. So we can see there is a USB drive question on the touchpad. We will want to answer yes to this. Now we can see HP touchpad, and we go to that drive. What we need to do is we need to create a new folder called cminstall. Then we are copying a special update file into this folder. After the copy is done, we are unmounting the touchpad from the macOS. Let's wait a little bit. Or maybe just unplug it, so the touchpad actually realizes we are no longer using the USB mode. The next step is to actually reboot the touchpad. Unfortunately, there is no convenient option for that. So there is super intuitive way to do this. We go to device info, then press reset options, and then there is restart. When we are doing the restart, once the picture disappeared, we need to press the volume up button. And we hold it until this USB icon have appeared. Now, next step. We use the novacom tool. That is novacom boot mem : / and the redirection of our ACME installer. This will actually start the installer. So I'm pressing enter. Here's the screen. Now the installation is beginning. First of all, it changes the partitioning layout and carving a little bit of space for the Android itself. Formatting the file systems. Now it started to unpack everything. Okay, done unpacking. Updated the kernel. Final cache flush. Of course, you can also place the gapps installer into cminstall, and then it would install gapps as well. How do you get the installer is for you to figure out. And the reboot into the Android. There's about 10 seconds of the blank screen on the initial boot. We will address this with some more nice picture, but for the purposes of this demonstration, it's just blank. Work in progress. The initial boot is somewhat longer than usual, but still much shorter than the initial WebOS boot. Okay, the booting is now complete. First time is without the lock screen. So you see everything works. Pretty basic set of tools. Now, let's try the reboot. The reboot menu appears. There's a very nice option, reboot to WebOS. So we select that. Press OK. And hopefully it does reboot into the WebOS. So we see HP logo started to glow. That means the WebOS is actually booting now. Kind of a long process. And it's booting. And booting. Okay, there's sound, so I guess not long left. Okay, here we are. The booting is complete. Okay, we don't need the USB device. And now, eventually there would be an application to control where would you want to reboot next, but right now we are booting right back into the Android. Same device info trick. Restart. The reboot animation. And hopefully we are booting back into the Android. Yes, we are. So the 10 seconds of the blank screen. And then the boot animation. Should be much shorter this time than the last. Okay, here's the familiar lock screen, and you see we are back into the Android. Additionally, I wanted to add that the command line tool I have used is not mandatory, and there are GUI tools that you can use to actually jumpstart this installation, but I didn't have enough time to research them, so well, they are available, and later on I will update the comments or put out another video showing how to use those. That's it. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.